Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational ladynoble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read, this is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule, and it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Okay, all are welcome on this channel. All contributions are highly appreciated. Okay, we're starting off with starting over. Okay, ending it and moving on, trying again. Okay, the X is back, so you could be possibly starting over. Okay, maybe you're starting over because you realize you've been in a relationship with someone who likes to go back and forth with their ex. This could be male or female. Okay, and so you have decided to surrender that relationship, that connection. This could be someone that you really cared about. I'm also picking up that you haven't had like a breakup to makeup situation. Maybe you've broken up with this person at least twice. This will be your third time. Okay, so you've given this person three chances to get it right. But I see you walking away and letting it go. Um, I'm hearing three strikes and you're out. The old ball game. Okay, so this third time could be the end all be all. I don't see you returning. Okay, you may have given this person three times, three strikes. To get it right, break up, make up situation. But I don't see you returning to this person. I see you finally being fed up, and you're like, you know what? I've tried enough, but this situation is too toxic for me. So I see you moving forward, collective. You're not sticking around. This person may feel or think that you're going to return because they're accustomed, but they're going to be in for a big surprise because I don't see you giving this person a chance. I actually see you, without me touching the other cards, moving forward and possibly even meeting someone else. And even if you don't meet anyone else, your mind is made up. You're through with it. You're like, how they say, I wipe my hands. You're like dusting your hands with it. It says destructive relationship, manipulative, and gaslighting. So you are done with this person gaslighting you, going back and forth with their ex, allowing this person to come in and out of their life, which was intercepting your connection and the promises that they made with you. And so you are refusing to continue to self sacrifice and sabotage yourself by staying in this relationship. And like I said, I picked up you really care about this person, okay? Everyone has different interests when it comes to love and relationships. To each his own, do whatever you want to do. I'm just delivering a message, okay? This situation may have left you very crushed. And you could be hurting, now, even missing the person, but you're refusing. And I'm actually seeing it in, yeah. Like you're like, I'm done. I'm done forever. And I don't even want to talk to him no more. You're finished. And so it looks like you are accepting judgment in your life. You are ready for a change. And Spirit is saying that in order to meet someone new, you must move past this person, meaning cut the old connection off so that that new energy can enter your life. And like I said, I see you actually moving forward, dating, meeting other people, and like not looking back. And so this person may be taking it lightly now, like, yeah, they'll be back. They always get mad. No, the collective is really, if you're watching Pause Watcher, they're really not coming back. Like for real, they not coming back. No, you can't do a big head text, none of that. You can't tell them you cooking. You can't tell them you about to bring them a drink or none of that. Or can I come? Nothing. No, they're not dealing with you. They are tired of you not being honest with other lovers here. They are tired. They have tolerated you enough and they have given you a chance. I mean, three times? Yeah, they've given you a chance, a fair chance. And you're just sick of the deceitful behavior. You're sick of being the other man, the other woman. I'm also picking up on someone who has a connection that is very secretive, meaning this person does not take you out anywhere. They just come over to meet up, to eat up and beat up, and then they're gone. And so you could also be fed up with that. Like, I'm tired of being your secret. Okay, everybody have different dynamics when it comes to relationships, and guess what? They can do that. They have free will. That's their business. Okay, but I'm picking up on it, so I have to share that. That somebody is not for everybody. Is tired of being somebody's secret. You sit in the house, you dressed up, male or female, but this person never wants to go out with you in public. They just want to bang, 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 and going about their business, and you're just tired of it, okay? And you're tired of them still being, it says, still involved with past lovers, okay? Secret affection, okay? And so this person that they keep allowing collective to go in and out of their life, this is a karmic. This person has a karmic bond and a karmic tie to them. And so this is something that they have to come into a realization of on their own. Spirit is saying there's nothing no one can do. This person could meet someone new next week, and they will put that person through the same thing they put you through. Break up, make up, But this ex that they're allowing to come back is a karmic, and they have a karmic tie to this person. And it is unhealthy, it is toxic, and nobody wants to fight and argue over sticks or chicks. It's just not worth it. Nobody wants to spend their time arguing over sticks or chicks. I can say those words. They're clean words, okay? But Spirit is saying, moving forward, make sure that you don't never ever forget that it takes two, not one person, but it takes two people to have a healthy relationship, to experience the reciprocity, to be in love. You have to have, that energy coming right back to you. So moving forward, I'm pretty sure you've learned the lesson. And moving forward, I'm pretty sure there will be, smarter, wiser decisions moving forward, because this situation, it has taken enough out of you and away from you, and you refuse to stick around any longer and allow this person to deplete you or play you for a fool. And you realize that this person is going to keep allowing this person, this karmic, this ex, to keep going back and forth. And why be part of that? Nobody wants to be a storyline of any news channel, someone getting hurt, over a lover's quarrel or lover's triangle. You know, uh, if you're dating someone, you're married to whatever. If you're seeing someone and you find out they got somebody, the best thing you can do is let that person have them. There's no sense of sticking around. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. You don't want to be nobody's storyline. You don't want to headline nobody's news channel and someone gets hurt and something can occur. Because people be tripping over sticks and chicks. They be tripping, and it's just not worth it. Worth it, okay? And as I said that, look what comes out. Fire's temper. Okay, so there's an energy here about this karmic X. That's no coincidence that I said that. That spirit wants you to stay away from. They want you to move forward. They want you to actually start over. For real. They want you to start over and never look back. Leave this connection alone, because someone could become violent. Maybe this person doesn't know who you are at this point, but this person could find out who you are. And you don't need to be tied up or catching a case, or being incarcerated. Nobody needs to get hurt, okay? Has too many anger issues, dark moods, and abusive, okay? Okay, and this could also be the person whom you're leaving. They could be, harmful, like to get handsy with people. So this connection is unhealthy in many ways. Could be verbally, could be emotionally, could be physically. And this person, this karmic that they're connected to, could also be very violent, okay? Or you could end up in some kind of violent encounter. And spirit is saying, no, 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 no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. In the moment you may be closed off, not available, because you are hurt from the situation. But that's okay. This is your healing moment. This is your moment to yourself. Take time to yourself and be good to you. But stay away from this person. Cut off communication totally. Total communication, collective. Cut it off. It's one thing you don't want to do is play with that energy, breaking up, making up, and giving that person the implication or the sense of the feeling that they can come back when they want to. You don't want to play games. If you're through with them, be through with them. Spirit is saying if you have places in common that you hang out and they hang out, don't go there just so they can see you in your new outfit. Don't go there just so they can see you with the new person you date. You have to really cut this person off and give them no access to you, because there's something about their temper or the person they're dealing with. And if a person cannot have their way with you, they will create a moment just because you won't give them access. Not because they're jealous, not because they're in love, because the rejection. You won't give them access to you. You don't believe me? Ask a narcissist. When you take away their power, research it. What happens? They don't like it. But this person is very temperamental and someone not to be played with. Not to fear, but don't play games. If you're done with them, don't be text messaging them. If you're done with them, don't go to the fish fry on Friday and you know he's gonna be there. That's an example. You know, if you're done with them and the sister invites you to the family reunion, don't show up because you're saying that's still my family. No, it's not. Don't. That's for somebody. Leave that alone. Okay? Don't leave it up in the air. Don't leave things up in the air. Because it has been a back and forth, you have to stand your ground with actions, not with your words, with your action. You need to be absent. They didn't respect you when you were present. Let them miss you in your absence. And you don't need to announce your departure. They know what time it is, Spirit is saying. But you need to stay away. That is for somebody because I'm being told to keep repeating these different examples. There's somebody that is hard headed who think it's cute when they call or, oh, they missed this, they missed. No, 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 no. That's called a feeling and a sensation. That's called wanting temporary pleasure, which is a euphoria moment, a fleeting moment. That's not worth it. Playing with someone's feelings or emotion, utilizing somebody to be a seat filler. Let them know it ain't up in the air. Stand solid. Not able to make a solid plans. Okay, ungrounded. Make sure that you ground the situation and make it permanent. That they have no access to you when it is over. You will not be showing up to nowhere where they at. Care how many invites you get. Hi, bye, no thank you. You don't have to explain nobody. Hi, bye, no thank you. The family already know y'all broke up. You don't need to have no conversation for nobody to go back and start no he say, she say. Let it be. This karmic has energy attached to them. Devilish energy following them around. Waiting to latch on to somebody. Move on with your life. Allow newness to come into your life. Allow yourself to meet someone new, experience new things. Someone who is emotionally available and stable. Someone who wants to commit. Someone who doesn't want to gaslight you. Someone who's not going back and forth with their ex. Okay? Because that energy is waiting from that karmic to pop off. If it's not from the ex, it'll be from that karmic. It'll be from that karmic. Give yourself that new beginning. Give it to yourself. Honor the gift of separation. Honor it. Stand on it. Vicious circle. Pattern of relationships. Issues, bad habits, no-win situation. It's a no-win situation. You don't need to call them up late night for a cuddy buddy. You don't need them to scratch no itch. Get in the shower. Go to bed. Drink some warm milk. Get you some tea. Get you some chamomile tea and go to bed. Okay? Self-righteous, act spiritually superior, condescending, preachy. This person could be very arrogant and haughty. This is their energy. You don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need to catch no case over that. Let it be. People have energy attachments to them collective and they don't even know it. Don't allow yourself to get wrapped up and catch a case and be paying restitution over something you could have just left alone because you had too many shots or you had a real good night and nobody's at home. That's for somebody. That's the message. Don't be allowing them back in your life because you feel you lonely. Drink you some tea. Drink you some tea and go to bed. And they may have a moment where they feel that, where they go into reflection that, yeah, they did you wrong. But you're not obligated to communicate with them. You're not socially obligated to anyone collective. No one can make you speak to them or show up or deal with them. I don't know if nobody told you, but you're not socially obligated to anybody. The next car we have is crumbling. What you build feels like it's all falling apart. It's okay. Have strength to build anew. Have strength to rebuild yourself. Have strength to give yourself an option to meet someone new. There's someone new energy that wants to enter your life. But first, you have to clear this old energy. It has to be signed, sealed, delivered. It has to be stapled, nailed in the coffin. Like you're not communicating with this person, you're not going around them, they're not going around you, you're not talking about them, you're not thinking about them. It was just a brief affair, okay? Done with this energy. This is of the past. This is old. This is old news. Let it be. And I'm also picking up that this ex that keeps going back and forth, they're made for each other. Their vibration matches each other. They're low vibrational. They're toxic people. He or she, they're both toxic. This could be two men, two women. Put it where it resonates. Or a man and a woman, either or. They both are toxic people. They like to turn up. They like to destroy. They like to be deceitful. These are the kind of people who get a kiki out of pulling tricks and stunts on people. It's funny to them. It's funny to them. So while you're pleading on why, it's funny to them, collector. It's funny. You want to have serious conversations. You may want to talk about building, having a future, establishing yourself, maybe buying a home, having children. And they're in the back of their mind laughing. Or getting in front of their friends and family, man. They want me to admit I ain't about to do that is. Talking all kind of smack behind your back. Just talking about you like a dog. Male or female. Undecided, choosing between lovers, competing for affection. They like people competing over them. This strokes their ego. This person is ego driven, so they indulge in egotistic activities. They indulge in these kind of things. They want to see people fighting over them, crashing out over them, begging them. They like the idea, I can get it back. I'm about to call the time it's past midnight. Watch I go over there and smash. They like stuff like that. Then they sit up and talk about you. They talk about you. So what? They make your toes curl. You can do that yourself. Yeah, I said it. And they're not the only one that can do that. But this person, I'm picking that up. They partake with you. It's like they acting out a scene with you on the stage. And then they go and talk about it and laugh about it to everybody. You're serious. You want something serious. They're playing games. And that is a reality in a lot of people's lives. See, people don't like, people want you to tell them what they want to hear, but I'm delivering the read as it's being channeled to me. I can't tell you what you want to hear, or I can't just make up the reading for you. It is what it is. I'm receiving this because there is somebody. It doesn't have to be you. It could be somebody else around you. There is somebody who's going to watch this read and need to hear this message because it just may create a spark in them to make them want to do something to save themselves. And so all parts of this may not resonate, maybe bits and pieces of it. But it is what it is. Everybody go through their learning stage. Everybody make mistakes. Nobody comes down a canal here on planet Earth and everything is perfect. Nobody does. It is what it is. Even the Pleiades player, the best player you ever known would tell you that they've been a fool before or made a mistake when it comes to relationships and dating and knowing what this is. We're here to learn. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing. There are people who don't know what love is. There are some people who assume that trauma bonding is love when it's not. Just because you have a heightened sexual moment, a powerful euphoria, aka the climax with somebody, and y'all mesh well because maybe y'all hit a spliff or y'all hang out and y'all both talk about the likeness that you have, the things you have in common, the traumas that you have in common, and then you grow up and you find out later that that was not love. You were trauma bonded. But many people will not admit that. There are people who don't want to talk about that, but it's the truth. There are people who are in full blown marriages with family, children, probably even grandparents by now, who have never even experienced what love is. They think they have. Trauma bonding with someone is not love. This is just my opinion. Because you're not getting a chance to make the choice and take the time to really get to know that person without connecting beyond the idea that you have trauma in common with each other. It's a topic that people don't like to talk about. And you think it's love, especially when you're young. Maybe you're in your tweens or your 20s, and you're having strong, powerful, sexual euphoria, steamy moments in the bedroom, and you're assuming that that passion is love, and it is not. Because someone knows your spot. That is not love. That is a physical. Sometimes they're just a professional. They're just good at what they do. That don't mean they're a bad person because they're good at what they do. But to know what, a lot of people just don't know what love is. There are people who are having relations and have never had a euphoria before, aka the climexia. I guess I can say those words. Toes wiggle jiggle. Okay, I can say those words. There are people who have never even experienced those things. Women talk about it. And you like, what? You married, you got 4 or 5 kids, you never what? I have never. You be like, what? Well, what you doing then? Just laying there. Ah, Joan Rivers, can we talk? These are topics people don't want to talk about. They want you to tell them what they want to hear. Tell them what they want to hear. I can't do that. Not on this channel. Not on this channel. Whether you like, unlike, subscribe, unsubscribe, you'll be okay, and so will I. But it's the truth, you know. We all are learning, constantly learning. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I don't know what this is. You ain't got to tell the world, but just admitting it to yourself. You know, you think you've been in love. You know, just because it looks like it's pretty don't mean it ain't what you think it is. All that glitter ain't gold. Like, there are people who are in full blown, they got a family, they married, they got a good career. I mean, you name it. They got it looks real pretty. But on the inside, it's a whole lot going on. And to each his own. But there's a lot of, hidden truths. A lot of things that people don't want to discuss and talk about out of fear of judgment. But who cares? People gonna think whatever. Who cares? That's how I feel. Who cares? Yeah, there's a lot of folks never ever experienced love, don't know what it is. It's beyond the bedroom. It's beyond making your toes wiggle. It's beyond making you sprinkle. It's beyond that. It's beyond that. There are no conditions. There are no conditions. I mean, that's for some people that need to hear that. Folks think they in love. They know they don't have no idea. You trauma bonding with that person. You think you have no idea. And then some choose to stay and assert themselves in situations for security. It happens. Male and females. It happens. It's life. This is how we learn and grow. We do stuff, right? You can't learn nothing, you don't do nothing. Some get stuck in those situations, tolerating somebody, being frustrated, really don't want to be there, but you tolerating them for survival. That's a tough pickle to be in. That's a hard spot. Ain't nothing funny about it. That's a hard place to be in. Talk about a rock in a hard place. Where you gotta be with somebody, look at somebody, smell their breath, deal with their farts in the midnight, and you don't really like this person. But you with them because of security. Maybe they make all the money. Maybe you're concerned. You're concerned. It's not that you can't get it, but you're concerned with your well-being, so you choose to stay. Confirmation with the birds chirping. You see? Confirmation. These are things that people don't want to talk about. And I guess we're talking about it right here, right now in this moment. I ain't touched another card. Need to be spoke on. Oh yeah. You think you're doing something till you find out that you ain't doing nothing. Oh boy, how that saying go? You think you're doing something till you meet the right person, but you ain't doing nothing. That's a cold piece right there. But either way, it's best to steer clear of this person. This is a karmic situation endure that this person is bonded and binded to, and it's deep and it's spiritual, and they have to come to their own realization. They could be trauma bonded as well, thinking it's love, or I just can't get them off my mind. We've been through so much. Ooh, when I hear that we've been through so much, do you know that's the answer in the statement? We've been through so much. That is the answer in the statement. Source does not want you staying because you've been through so much. That means you've been on that hamster wheel, moving fast, going nowhere. It's time to get off that boy. That's what that means. It's time to do something different. It's time to do something different. We've been through so much. That means it's time to go do something else somewhere else permanently and let bygones be bygones. Let that be. Let it be. Let it be. There are people out here who are serious, who are really looking for, love and commitment, and they want to build a family. There are good people out here. The world isn't all bad, but there's just like the duality of male and female of gender, there's a duality of energy, and it's just is what it is. And you just have to be mindful and be realistic and be honest with yourself, not with nobody else. You're not telling your business to nobody, but just be honest with yourself. Are you happy where you are at in the relationship that you are in? Is it healthy? Is it benefiting you? A person will deplete themselves, will stay in unhealthy connections that will deplete their life source, meaning take years off their life. That is powerful. That's a special kind of work right there. When you choose to give up years of your life just to stay in a healthy connection. And I ain't talking about no Bible thumping verses type. I'm just talking about the energy of being in an unhealthy, imbalanced, unstable, toxic relationship. There are people who will choose to stay and deplete themselves and cheat themselves of their life force and source, time, years, existence. That's powerful. And you just fold your arm and say, "Uck it, uck it." Because when it comes to materialism, I think your peace is more powerful and more important than a Chanel bag or the latest car. Your health is your wealth, so your peace is everything. And if you don't have peace of mind, you have nothing. If you're in a connection where you're always frustrated and arguing, you have nothing. The toxicity, an illusion, an illusion, choosing to sacrifice. And then more and more emotions over time will be bottled up. More and more the longer you stay. And you deplete yourself, and you deplete yourself, and you're taken away from you, and you're taken away from you the longer you stay. And you can give yourself whatever excuse you want. I think your peace rides over everything, especially if you're a parental figure. You have children, you may have grandchildren, and age ain't got nothing to do with it. It ain't never too late to get out of an effed up situation. It ain't never too late. I don't know who told you that. Mm-mm. Never too late. Just like people, they go back to school to get their degree, and I've seen people online, and I applaud it and I give it a thumbs up. I see people be like in their 70s, then went back and got their PhD in their 60s, and then there'll be people in the comments saying negative things like, oh, they're too old. At least they did it. They chose to accomplish what they want in their life, and they didn't let nothing get in the way. I always thumbs it up. I like seeing that. Now that's monumental. That's worth applauding. It's never too late to be great. It's just never too late to escape. Didn't I have escape out here? No, it must have been in the day. It's never too late to be great, and it's never too late to escape. This person is celebrating, turning up, pouring up, talking ish, continuing to be who they are, getting their kicks and getting their ego boost, wanting to see people fighting over, wanting to see people stressed out and distraught. Like a pimp, trying to break a bit, trying to break a bit, like a pimp. That's the message. Everything I'm saying, this is the message. What's being shouted, I'm letting you know what the message is. Like a pimp, trying to break a bit. Mm-mm. Conquest, just another notch in the headboard, or the real deal. Actions speak the loudest. Conquest. Conquest. Is this real? Is it fake? Is it real? Is it fake? How long will you stand there to find out is it real or is it fake? Once you give a person, they say you should give a person a second chance, but I believe, this is just my opinion, okay? And we all have them, they're just like, but either way, once you give them that second chance, they have the idea in their head that they can always get away. They can always come back. That's what's in their head. I can always come back. Oh, they'll always want me. Whether this is your energy or someone around you, you could know somebody going through this collective. You may have a coworker that confides in you. Now I'm picking that up. Who talks to you, and you've been their listening ear, or a friend or a family member. Maybe the family is talking about this, how this family member needs to get out of this relationship. And maybe you guys have stepped in to help, but it's done no good. They went back and forth to this person. So this could be someone who confides in you, wants you to listen, if this is not your energy. Dream world. Now, what did I just say? Is it real? Is it fake? How long will you stay to find out? This next card say dream world, living in a fantasy, land illusions, not real love. I didn't know that card was there. I didn't. Look at God. Look at God. A land of illusions. Yeah, so you got people out here who are serious, who really want the real thing, but then you got people out here who are playing. And sad to say, but sometimes they come across some of the real ones. Because there are good people out here, men and women, who really want to date, who are faithful. There are faithful people out here. I know there are good people out here, collective. There is. Okay? And they come across a good one, and they misuse or abuse that opportunity, not knowing that source will put these good people in your pathway to test you to see, are you going to be good to them. Giving you an opportunity to have a taste of a good person, to see what it's like to be in the presence of someone, who is kind, who is considerate, who has compassion, who's trustworthy. Okay? The next card says ending. You're pretending that it's not ending, but it's time to let go and make a fresh start. I love this. I love it. It's time to let go and make a fresh start. It's over. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Staying will do nothing but just keep you on a hamster wheel. Okay? Moving fast, going nowhere, experiencing the same thing repetitively. Looking up down the line, 10 years and past, 15, 20 years, and doing the same old thing. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Then meanwhile, your guardian angel and your ancestors like, we tried to get your attention. We know that we had new love coming your way, but you had this in a way. Roving eyes, keeping possibilities open, obvious flirt, disrespectful. So this person could also be someone who's a heavy flirt as well. Maybe you see and notice them when you're out in public with them, whether you're out to dinner, family house, friend's house. Doesn't matter. You could be anywhere. Maybe you have noticed this person being flirtatious. Even with the waiter. You ask for butter, but he asked for butter in a special way, or she asked for butter in a special way. Maybe you've noticed this and you've had to confront it a time or two. Roving eyes, obvious flirt, very disrespectful. And you've expressed how you feel about this. This person is disregarding. When you let somebody know what you don't like and they keep doing it, there go your answer. There go your answer. There it go. When they keep doing it, that's your answer. That means they're giving you the middle finger. So you might as well give them one back. The next card is gold digger. In it for what they can. Get money hungry and self-serving. So this person can also be a gold digger, male or female. After what you can do with them. For them, yeah, with them and for them. Yeah. After what you can give them. What kind of connections do you have? Do you have money to give them? Can they borrow your car? Can you co-sign for them? Can you buy them this? Can you buy them that? You at work, they're using your house and your car for everything. They got you going to the ATM all kinds of nights, all times of night. Matter of fact, you ain't even going to the ATM. You done gave them your PIN number and your debit card. That's for somebody. That's what's coming out. And I'm being told to convey the message. That does not have to be Speak Collective. It could be for somebody else. Confirmation. Sneaky snake, going behind your back, deceitful swindler. This person is not honest. This person is not honest. And they never will be because they're not ready right now. They have not gone through their awakening to realize that they are in the shadow, that they're living out of their shadow. This person has not come to full acknowledgement. Even though they are present, participating, they're present to participate, but they're not present spiritually to be able to decipher the difference nor the repercussions. They have to come to their own awakening in their own timing. Everybody will not awaken at the same time. It's supposed to be that way, respectfully so. They just won't. Everybody won't become spiritually in tune or conscious at the same time. That's why they tell a lot of conscious folks, don't argue or explain yourself to the sleepy folks. Leave their butts on the pillow. I'm about to say leave their ass. Leave them on the pillow. Let them sleep. Let them rest. Let them have their way of thinking and believing. Don't explain nothing. Don't share nothing. And no, 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 no. Let them awaken on their own time. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person because maybe they don't, they're not conscious or they're not aware, that they're living out of their shadow side or change. No, these could be people that are just cool, decent, but when it comes to a love relationship, the dating scene, this person just ain't right. Okay? This could be a person that works or whatever, dress well, and but just when it comes to dating in a relationship, this person likes to blow smoke and mirrors. They like to play with people. They like to play risky games. Okay? Male or female. This could also, I'm picking up, this could be someone who is from a family who does this. Could have a lot of people in their family, male or female, who does this. And they, in their upbringing, possibly they have also observed this going on. Maybe that one of their parental figures, I'm picking up one of them, were very promiscuous or risque when it comes to dating. Maybe they watched this, but that is something that they have to heal and acknowledge on their own. No one can do that for them. No one. You can talk all day long. They're not hearing it. They don't want to hear it. So it looks like this relationship was a karmic experience for you to learn a lesson and just move past it. You've given this person more than one time. If it's not you, whoever you know who's dealing with this collective, and it's just time to move on. When it comes to love relationships, I would say you've dealt with the worst of the worst. Life won't be perfect, but when it comes to your love relationship, you're going up from here, not down further, because this is very dark right here. This is very heavy right here. Hmm. Hmm. So moving forward, you will experience something new. You will experience someone who is, does not have other lovers. You're going to come across someone who is faithful and committed, and it's going to trip you out. You're going to enjoy it, not in a bad way. You're going to enjoy it, but you're going to be, finally, you may feel like it's too good to be true. You might be like, pinch me. Am I dreaming? Pinch me. Haven't heard that in a while. Pinch me. Am I dreaming? Maybe you're someone who dealt with someone who was controlling. It says needs to be right all the time, possessive, jealous. This person could have also had a jealous nature, and that's why they like to see people fighting over them or begging for their attention. Or they got pleasure. They took pleasure in hurting your feelings or breaking your heart and just seeing you upset. There are people who are like that, who actually get off on that. They want to see you emotional. They want to see you broken. They want to see you down. Sounds sick. It is. It is. It is. Hmm. This person has left you feeling empty. And now you will replenish with newness. New people, new places, new things, new ideas. Okay? Healthy connections. Not just romantic, but friendships as well. The bottom of this card says, the truth is that you simply don't feel fulfilled. It's worth the wait to find true happiness. It's worth the wait to find true happiness. So Spirit is saying, while you let this person alone, give yourself time. We know that you are crushed. That's okay. Feel so that you can heal, but just do not return to this person or anyone connected to him, family, friend. Do not communicate or return to their presence at all. Move forward. Go ahead and give yourself time to heal and prepare to move forward. True happiness is awaiting you because this person does not, they don't know what love is. They don't. It's something they experience possibly from starting from their childhood collective, starting from their childhood. Now they're a full blown adult now, so just imagine the experiences and relationships they have seen over time that may have molded them. This is not to empathize with them or feel sorry for them, but this is just to give an explanation of, a little bit of their psyche mentally, their mental faculties. That's what they're accustomed to. There are some of us who witness the negative and the positive, but this person probably have witnessed nothing but maybe people slicking and slying, being deceitful, you know, that toxic energy, drama, trauma, having people fight over. This could be something. This could be all that they know. They may have been taught this as well, male or female. They could have had a parental figure or someone who's considered to be the matriarch of the family who probably led the family on the idea of you need to be a player if you're going to be of value, or you need to be this, you need to be that. All those lies and illusions. When in reality, those kind of things in the long run, they don't equal to anything. It really depreciates your self worth and who you are as you move forward and you come to your full awareness of who you are and your confidence. You learn what's important and what's not important, what to give your attention to and what not to give your currency to. And so this learned behavior, as I said, this has to be identified and acknowledged by them. No one can do it for them. There could be something that occurred to have them pivot. Usually, before a person goes through a healing journey, an awakening, they usually have something happen, um, and it doesn't have to be bad, like transitioning, but they have something monumental happen in their life to get their attention, to make them turn lights on. To make them turn the lights on and get their attention. Hmm. Yeah, tangle webbed. This is the energy this person has been in their entire life. Oh, what a web we weave. A tangle web of lies, deception, deceit, convoluted justifications, caught up in a trance. Okay? Their state of mind. They're oblivious to being fair, to receiving love, or having structural reciprocity in any kind of connection. They don't know what that is. They don't get it. But there could be something that's going to occur in their life that's going to force them to get it. They just may meet their match. A lot of times, folks meet their match. Those who think they being nickel slick, they meet somebody that got their penny change. Oh yeah, those who think they are nickel slick, and I'm talking about those ones, who've been doing it forever, popping their collar to it, and toothpick in their mouth, hat to the side, male or female. They end up meeting somebody, they think they nickel slick. They end up meeting somebody they have their penny change and give them a run for their money. Then they wake up, honey. Oh yeah. Then they had that aha moment, I want to change moment. Hmm. They're gonna meet their match. Somebody's gonna play with them and dangle partial truths in their face and play games with them. Everything you put out must return to you. And you never know when the Karma Cafe is going to give you your servant. That's that tricky thing about life right there. So as you move forward, you learn just to be careful. None of us are perfect, but we learn to be more careful. How we treat people and the energy we put out. You don't get along with somebody, you don't like somebody, just stay away from them. You ain't got to agree with everybody. You ain't got to go along to get along. But if you don't get along with somebody, you don't like somebody, stay away from them. But you want to be mindful of the energy you put out because that you don't know when the servant is coming. And I'd rather be waiting on some muffins than some burnt biscuits. Okay. Next card, it says late bloomer, age gap or immature attitude, out of sync, needs more time. Okay. This person may be a late bloomer, male or female, or they may consider you to be a late bloomer. That you're out of sync with them, when in reality they are out of sync with life and how life goes. I'm also picking up this person could be non-spiritual, okay, have no connection, knows nothing, when it comes to energy. As I think I stated that earlier, they know nothing about that. They feel like you're immature, you're out of sync. No, they're out of sync with how life goes. The collective ain't out of sync. You're out of sync with how life goes. Confirmation again. The final card we have here, it says dark side. Your dark side keeps you from enjoying the love you have. Don't let it steal your joy. Do not allow this experience or this relationship to steal your joy collective. Everyone goes through hardships. Everybody makes mistakes. It doesn't mean that you're a cruel person. It doesn't mean that you're not worthy of being loved. If this isn't your story, pass it on to that friend that's confiding in you, because I'm picking up there's somebody, if this is not your story, who confides in you and they're going through this. This could be a friend's story, a co-worker. Every time you show up to work, you got that one friend, I gotta talk to you, and you like, what's wrong now? And you like, they keep confiding in me. I wish they would just leave that person. Yeah. Don't let it get you down. Go ahead and give yourself the best shot of enjoying your life, the rest of the life that you have to live. It doesn't matter what your age or who you are or your circumstances. It's best to leave this connection alone. And if there are children involved, here come another message. If there are children involved, do not allow that as an excuse to stay in this relationship. God will provide. Source will provide. And no, you don't know every step, and that's not how it go. You take a step, and spirit will take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps. How much faith do you have? This concludes the read. Later.